No, I've been clean 7 years as of last month.
Water. So what's going on, Ms. Tovar?
I had a miscarriage last week, and
Which child was it in the vehicle with you where these drugs were found?
my daughter,
And how old was she at the time?
she was like 8 months.
All right. And when your drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
Possess any weapons or ammunition? If you have a question over what a 2021 CR 9160, State of Texas versus Rosa Tovar, could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ryan Grimmer for the state of Texas.
For the defense?
Michael J. Sawyer.
And are you Ms. Tovar?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're here for sentencing. The state, according to the plea bargaining agreement, is proceeding on count 1, which is possession with intent to deliver 4,200 grams. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 7 years. There's a $500 fine. State is opposing your application, and they're taking in consideration NIMAG number 650864. Have parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report and the TAP evaluation, state?
Yes, Judge, we've read both.
All right, any objections?
No objection, sorry.
All right, that's a problem.
We
Defense?
reviewed it as factually correct, Your Honor. We have no objection.
All right, state, do you have any witnesses?
We do not, Judge.
Defense, do you have any witnesses?
Only Rosa Tovar who would like to address the court on her own behalf.
All right, Ms. Tovar, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you speak up. What is your name, please?
Rosa Tovar.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Rosa. Rosa, this is your one chance to address the judge on her not okay. You're asking for a long shot. You're asking for probation, knowing you have a long criminal record, right?
Yes.
You've been in prison before. This is your one time to tell the judge, what is your change in plans in your life that perhaps you benefit from probation? Most importantly, when were you released from prison? What year?
2016.
And what was that for?
Burglary.
At the time you went to prison, you had many prior arrests for thefts and various assorted charges. Can you tell the judge how long were you a drug addict?
Say it again.
I was on drugs for about 10 years.
And how old were you when you first became drug addicted?
I was 19. 18.
And you picked up a variety of theft charges. Why were you stealing back in that period of your life?
To support my habit.
And eventually got you in prison. You were released about 2016, right?
Yes.
Can you tell the judge, have you used any drugs since 2016?
No, I've been clean 7 years as of last month.
You know the charge you're facing today. You tell the judge, boy, do you have any children? And if so, how old are they?
I have a 2-year-old boy and a 1-year-old girl.
And currently, do you live with your mother?
Yes.
And in the event you were sent to the penitentiary, who would be left to care for your 2 children?
My mom.
And how old is she?
57.
Does she work or is she on disability or something?
She doesn't work.
Could you express to Judge Boyd why now in your life do you want to make changes? Why do you think this time you'd benefit from probation instead of going to the penitentiary?
Well, I have my kids now, and I think probation will help me work.
In terms of work, what kind of work would you like to do? What are your goals in that area?
Well, I'm not sure. I've been looking for a job online to do like something on the computer, but it's hard with my record.
Once you've got a criminal record, it's hard to go on down and apply for a regular job. You found that out. So what you get are low-paying, fast food jobs, things like that. Would you like a chance to receive some training or education that help you enter the job force and get a job that'll pay a good wage to support your children?
Yeah, My mom was telling me I could go back to school since I got my GD and in prison and stuff.
And what would you like to study at school? Something along the electronic computer lines?
Something like that.
Is there anything else that I tell Judge Boyd this morning before she has to make a decision in your case?
Oh, just that, I mean, I've changed my life since 2015. I haven't done any drugs, and I mean, I was just trying to raise my kids to be right.
Is that all you have?
Right now, yes.
I will pass the witness.
Ms. Tovar, in this case that you're before the judge for, you told the PSI officer that it wasn't your drugs that were in the purse. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what the two types of drugs were that were found in your purse?
Meth and heroin.
And when you went to the PSI officer to talk to them about your drug history, what did you tell them your drugs of choice were back in 2015 when you said you stopped using?
Heroin.
Okay. Did you also tell them you use meth daily?
Yes, but it was mostly heroin.
No further questions.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, I have a question. So I read, of course, the stipulations in the PSI report. Which child was it in the vehicle with you where these drugs were found?
My daughter.
And how old was she at the time?
She was like 8 months.
All right. And when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be
Negative.
for everything?
Yes.
All right. I'm not saying what I'm going to do yet, but I would like to see her do a drug test today. Probation, can we get a drug test?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to come back. We're going to do a drug test today.
Okay.
Do you need any water?
Yes.
All right.
Judge, can I go to the court and come back?
Yes, we're going to have you remain in the courtroom. Could you get your client some water? Or I think there's a water fountain in the hallway.
I'll bring some water from downstairs.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Rosa Tovar. My understanding is that Ms. Tovar needed to take a drink of water before she did her test. And I was informed that you don't need a drink of water. So what's going on, Ms. Tovar?
I had a miscarriage last week, and I used meth.
All right, so now we're coming up with new information. All right, is there anything else from either side?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, the court's going to deny your application. The court will find you guilty, and I believe the previous judge who was here previously found you guilty. Does anyone want to speak to the cap of 7 years?
Got a cap being 7. I just asked the court to consider whatever the court considers a fair sentence this morning. That is all.
All right.
Judge, I believe she's had a number of offenses of a similar nature. In addition, this offense was occurred with her child in the car. We're asking for the cap of 7 years on this case.
All right. I will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Take in consideration night bag number 650864. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? You understand?
Yes.
All right, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? Ms. Tovar, if you would like, I can ask that you be referred to the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community does not increase your time. I have no power to force them to place you in the therapeutic community, but I do know if you don't ask for it, you definitely will not be placed in it. So The therapeutic community is to help people who may have drug issues or whatever issues they may have, to help them, hopefully, when they're released, be on the right track. Would you like to be considered for the therapeutic community?
Sure.
All right, and so we will do the therapeutic community. All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Tovar, you have young children. And people, I don't know what's wrong with people. They believe that they can have children and children can raise themselves. They cannot. They're dependent on you. So you're supposed to be raising your children, not their grandmother. Their grandmother is just there, supposed to be there to spoil them. Now she can't do that because you're not holding up your responsibilities. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Just so I have my excuse.
Yes, thank you.
Good.
Christine Garcia,
Yes, ma'am.
did you understand the state is proceeding on count 2, which is possession of a controlled substance, felony group 1, 1 gram to 4 grams. That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 2. Punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision, and there's no application for deferred adjudication, and $171 to Bear County lab for testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea bargain
Yes,
agreement?
Judge.
State is at the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Then to count 2, and the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court has reviewed the same, and the court is finding you guilty of count 2. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Judge, just for the legal argument.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
She's 5, gonna be 6.
And where is she?
She's with her grandma right now.
Is Child Protective Services involved?
No, ma'am.
So why is she with her grandmother?
Oh, I had to come to court. So she's watching her.
When's the last time you used?
I have it. I'm on the methadone right now.
Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I'm a housekeeper.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's a $1,000 fine to be probated. $171 restitution for lab testing. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. And we'll start her out with intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to run a referral to felony drug court. There's to be 150 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get it, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. Parenting classes. And the remaining of those 40 hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So your grandmother is going to have to be present. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And probation, I'm sorry, I'm going to need field visits 3 times per month, random. Make sure they check on the child. We're going to do the UA hotline. And is there anything else that, sorry, they want the MRT course. The MRT course is supposed to tell you right from wrong. Do you know right from wrong?
Yes.
Do you know that using controlled substances, illegal controlled substance is wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I just gave you your MRT course. Do what's right. If you go forth in this world and you do what's right, sometimes good things will happen to you. Sometimes good things won't happen to you. But guess what? You'll feel glad that you did what's right. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, probation, is there anything else that you need? Anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? Also, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak with an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. You have children. Children are looking up to you. Do better. You understand? Good luck.
Thank you.
A woman named Christine Garcia appeared in court before Judge Stephanie Boyd in Behar County, Texas. She was charged with having an illegal substance in her possession, which is considered a serious felony offense under Texas law. She chose to enter a no contest plea on one of the charges. As part of her agreement with the court, she received a 3-year prison sentence that was suspended, meaning she will serve 3 years of probation instead of going to prison. She also received a $1,000 fine and was ordered to pay a small lab fee. Judge Boyd gave her several conditions to follow during her probation period. These include regular check-ins with a probation officer, community service hours, treatment evaluation, drug court referral, parenting classes, and proof of employment within 30 days. The judge spoke directly to her about making good choices and doing what is right. She has a young child, and the court made arrangements to ensure the child is properly cared for during this period.